quite a bit clustered. Okay, so we shall start. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Like I said, already I have expressed my gratitude and thanks for being at this particular point in time. And you know, this specifically that I have designed this webinar, I have kind of customized it, designed it post the newly launched opportunity card that has happened and few other tools and systems that are recently implemented. So things have to be revamped. It is not one system that is in place through the historics and that is keeping on running 8 years 8 years 8 years, like folks do that. That doesn't work. You have to be in the game, you have to customize it, you have to make sure that things are scientifically and strategically tailored. So that's what we are going to do it here. Okay, and let me take it forward. So yes, guys, I'm just posting in the chat box the Q&A, those who wanted to have the queries post. So I will put it in the chat box for all of you so that you guys can please make a note of it in your place and then post it there. Okay, I have posted it in the chat box for all of you. So first is the Q&A premium website. Basically here you can post your question. Second is the site where you can go and browse, but we will cover that. But as of now, any questions you have, anything that you would like to ask me, please park it aside and put it in this form so that if I cannot cater it during this session, my dedicated team will get in touch with you, because in the next 10 days, what we are going to give you as a bonus, we will reveal it towards the end. And it's going to be a superbly, magnificently, as a gesture of goodwill coming towards you. And you guys will really enjoy it, how we're going to cater your career ahead. All right. So let's begin. All right. Those who are excited, please put in the chat box. Let's begin so that we can just start with the good energy. Just like to see the energy from all of you, please. Super. Super, fantastic, lovely coming in. So I think let's set the ball rolling. So first and foremost, all right, thank you guys. So you guys can now just concentrate on this instead of chatting. So let's concentrate on this, all right? So who this workshop is for, this workshop is for the folks who are, number one, looking for a job in EU or abroad anywhere. Specifically, this webinar is for European Union. Okay, very categorically, I'm putting it forward. Anybody who's thinking that they would like to have it also related to New Zealand, EMEA, other part of EMEA, maybe not be this webinar may not be specifically catering to you, but you can hang around. Okay. Number two, this is specifically for IT and non-IT corporate professionals. All right. So now what does that mean? IT and non-IT corporate professionals. IT is pretty much clear. All tech oriented professionals are here. Non-IT, we are very specific. Okay. We do not cater to blue collar. We do not cater to people who are non-graduates, because, they are a different category of people. The job orientation, the segmentations, the efforts, the strategies are completely different, which are alien to me, which we will not implement here. So we are specifically looking for IT and non-IT, but in a corporate professions like you and me. In non-IT, I can give the examples such as finance, HR. Okay, in terms of operations, it could be marketing and sales. These are the kind of things which will fall under the bracket of non-IT. IT, we all know, right? Front end, back end, UI, UX, DevOps, testing, testers. So automation, manual, everything under the umbrella of IT will fall under this. So specifically for these folks. All right. Super. Then this is specifically made for the professionals who are struggling to get a job, already have some experience, or maybe slightly fresher, because we do not cater to completely fresher folks. Okay, that's not something that is our forte. We like to mingle with people. We like to work around with people who have certain amount of experience in the domain, in the market field, because understand me and believe me, guys, coming to the European sector is a completely a different ball game. You cannot implement the same strategy that you have been doing in India, the same nomenclature, the same kind of designations. It does not work. Okay, it has to be different. Okay, so yes, for the folks who are not getting good job, not yielding the results in interviews, or are not even fetching interviews, not getting the offer letters, not getting the salary, and lastly and foremostly, it is for the people who have been working in India or abroad and wanting to move to Europe. Okay, This is very specifically understand, because Europe, moving to Europe does not mean randomly I choose today and I want to go there. No, there's a lot of strategy behind. There are 44 countries in European Union, 26 are Schengen countries, 19 are Eurozones. You cannot randomly decide to one day, okay, just because I have got motivated from a colleague of mine, from a manager, from a friend who has gone there, and I choose to move there. It does not work. You have to have a specific tailored way behind, and we will discuss about it. Okay. So far is clear. Let's go to the next topic. That is, I'm going to put the ground rules very clearly, guys. Okay. I see first of all a lot of cameras which are turned off. Okay, I would request you to turn on your camera, because this is going to be very interactive, and this is something I would be putting for certain questions, certain interaction. So be active and responsive, number one. Okay. And if you think that you are indulged in some other work simultaneously, then I would request you to please go attend to that, because this is really for the people who are super serious to take it forward. All right. Take a pen and paper to kind of take notes, because certain things I may not speak out of script, not out of the slides. It will be impromptu. Okay, it'll be extempo. So please make sure that you take pen and paper and note it down. Okay, so note down your questions, like I said, in this particular form that I have already shared in the group. So please go and put down your pen down your question, put all those things meanwhile and do that. Make sure you avoid distraction. Like I said, make sure this 1.5 or maybe one quarter to 2 hours that we are going to spend is going to be really handsome. If you cannot dedicate that much time, then maybe this is not the right thing for you. Maybe you can just go watch my YouTube videos, which are short and concise, and if that motivates you, that'll be great. But this is not for the people who are, you know, just the meme slides and all that. It doesn't work, because we are going to spend our time having taken out after 3 months into this. I've come with a lot of preparation and the same kind of mutual respect that I want from you, and I would like to give it to you back as well. All right. So please put on your cameras. That's a request, so that we can kind of interact and see each other here. All right. So that's something I would request you all. Use headphone to get a clear audio. I know I may not sound as appropriately, when I'm being heard from a mobile or a laptop. So try to log in from the laptop, because certain things that we will do together, you guys will enjoy it simultaneously. All right.
Alok, 1 minute. I'll be back by getting a pen.
Sure, you can do that. Absolutely. Please get a pen and come back, and we can take it from here, Himanshu. All right. So having said that, let me just give me a second. No, this is not a teacher, but just wanting to interact in a way that is more oriented, result oriented. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me just set up my slides again.
I'm back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I will not wait. Just hold on. Okay. Cool. Super. All right. Cool. So number three. So this is crystal clear. Number three. Let's set the agenda very right. At the end of the session, what is the takeaway for you? What I have prepared and come. What we have been working past few months since the launch of various visas that have come into picture, which some of you may not even know. You will be mind boggled to know what is the government of India and the government of Europe, Brussels, Belgium, who is controlling the entire Europe. You will be surprised to know that yes, country has a capital. Did you ever know that a continent has a capital? Well, Europe does. I mean, it is not as renounced as it sounds, but technically Brussels, Belgium, okay, is the capital of Europe. All the critical decisions, all the sensitive decisions are taken there. Diplomatic decisions, be it whether should we release the visas for a certain country, whether should we invite the students, whether should we open the universities free for certain people, how the migration in and outflow is going to be, everything is controlled there. And to have the sensitive informations and to customize a program around that to help make sure that what you get is a specific thing and not a random is a lot of work. So we will showcase that as well. All right. So agenda. Why do we need to work in Europe? Okay. Then what is the lifestyle in Europe? How is gonna impact you? Why you should look forward to that? Then we're gonna move over. Okay, I think if you guys can keep yourself mute, that would be great, because I'm not keeping any of you mute from my side. But if you guys can, that would be great, so that we can, not have the distractions. Okay. The reason why I'm not keeping you guys mute is because, like I said, all are working professional, mature individuals. So I do not want to put those childish restrictions here. All right. Major challenges in getting a job abroad. Why your job applications are not getting selected? What is the major mistake that you are doing? Okay. How to find a hidden job when hidden job is not something under your sleeve. Some magicians has kept something or magic wand they will take out and boom, you will get a job under your nose. It doesn't work that way. There are certain untouched platforms, certain untouched job portals, certain strategies that has not been implied, and which you, when you imply and apply, you will see the results many folds coming to your way. Especially I'm talking from the European perspective, not from the generalized way. Okay. Then yes, resume does play an important role, because how much ever we say that ATS is something which we can be negligent towards Europe, but there are many agencies, many consultancies, many mentors who are thriving upon these specific notions of making an ATS proof resume. So we will respect that, and we will include that in our platform as well. And I will show you the importance of it. But you need to understand what is an ATS. ATS does not mean beautification of a resume. It does not mean that the spacing. It does not mean the marginal difference. It does not mean the photograph on top. It does not mean that the bold and all that. No, the cosmetics does not apply to ATS. What applies, you will get to know. Okay. So yes, write a resume that HR want to read. Okay. Apply for the right job and learn to say to the wrong job, the one which you do not want to. Even though if it comes on a platter, how do you say no to it? Because you must understand, we need to seek a journey of the next 10 to 15 years of our corporate professional life. It's not something that we're going to go to Europe, touch the country, and then come back. No, we need to thrive our, uh, you know, uh, we need to foresee next 10 years of our corporate journey. And for that, we need to be very strategical, and we need to say no to certain jobs. So resume and cover letter hacks. We will talk about how do you use LinkedIn and other tools for branding yourself, especially when you're looking or being surveyed by the European HRs. What are the types of visas and which one is appropriate for you? What are the earnings? What are the salaries that you could take home, in terms of when you are in IT and non-IT sector, and how do you differentiate it? Some of the non-IT say, oh, Alok, we are always at a lower advantage because IT folks occupy 80% of the population and they get most of the jobs. Well, it is a fact. You can't deny it. Yes, they do get maximum of the jobs. But isn't it the isn't it an obvious fact that you're just reiterating? Just look around in India also. Just look around and you will see that be it the top-notch companies like IBM, Infosys, etc., etc. 80, even if you see the financial companies or the medical company, whichever it is, if it is not an industry-oriented company, a general company, if you see 80% of the staff is an IT, a techie, a tech professional. Is the 20% that incorporates finance, accounts, HRs, admins. So this is a clear segregation. If it implies here, it does imply and apply there as well. That does not mean that we will choose the shortcut path and we will try to drift from this boat to that boat. If everybody becomes a techie and IT, who will run the show? You guys are equally important. And therefore, the salary discrimination also comes into picture considering this nicheness. We will discuss more about it. Okay. Language, many people refrain, oh my god, language, oh, what to do, language is a cultural barrier, how do I go about it, what should I do on this language front, whether should I go with the language, whether should I leave it, should I approach the countries which are non-linguistic prone, how do I go about it? So how do you manage it, how much you should manage it, what in language you should learn, which interview round you should appear for, we will touch on that as well. And then at the end, when everything is fulfilled, and you feel that yes, you are motivated enough to take the boat on your own, you have two options. Okay, one, take all the learnings that we will give here, go thrive and drive it yourself and try to succeed with all our help, because you guys are anyway in the community, you guys are seeing a lot of stuffs happening there. Or we have a special program by Orolingua for you, customized, which is not a program kind of say. It will be customized based on your candidature, your caliber, your success, your failures, what have you done. We'll literally diagnose you. We'll literally inside out you in terms of your candidature, understanding where your failures are, why did you not strike it, what went wrong, whether it is a resume, whether it is an interview, whether it is a visa, whether it is something else, whether it is a SWOT analysis, whether you need to upskill. We will do all the SWOT analysis to figure out where you are, how you are, and then boom, we will create something magical in terms of the way, and then you will see how things go ahead. But that is something we will show towards the end. Those of you are interested can hang on. Okay, the purpose of this webinar or this session is not to sell you guys anything. There's nothing hidden under my sleeve that I would like to put forth here. Whole thing is about making you guys aware of what is happening around, which you guys are not aware, because there's a lot of things which is, you guys are all engulfed in your own daily routines of official life, and you don't know how people are getting through the mediums and modes to move to Europe, which if you apply, it will be fantastic for you. It is not a rocket science, guys. It's not a rocket science. The fact that you are failing does not mean that everybody is failing. There is certain strategies that they are applying, which I'll be focusing here. So yes, those who hang on till the end, there will be, like I said, a special bonus that I would be giving as a gesture of spending time, and that will come towards the end. So all right, so let's set the ball rolling. Excited, guys? Shall we hit the floor with the floor app? Please, if you are all excited, just put on the type, put on the chat box. Let's start so that we can go ahead. And also, please let me know if I am crystal clear in terms of my audibility, visibility. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I can see, I can feel it that yes, everybody is as excited. Believe me or not, we have been really working hard, and let me try to put forth this. But yes, at the end of the session, if it does not resonate to you, if you feel that no, we are not the right folks for you, or maybe I'm talking Greek and you are understanding Latin, or maybe your expectation is something else, maybe you want an agency, maybe you want a consultancy, which we are not, maybe you want somebody else to do the work for you as an easy way out, feel free. We are not those right people for you then. Okay, we are not an agency, we are not a consultancy, we do not believe in any shortcuts, we do not have any kind of thing that's saying that okay, we have certain tie-ups with some companies out there who will vouch for you, who will get you, because believe me or not, if you go this wrong ways of having a godfather way, I would say, to getting selected in certain companies, it could lead you to certain scams, spams, even blacklisted companies could blacklist your candidature if you get absorbed in that. So be very preventive and precautious about it. Never ever choose uh, the shortcut way, the promised way that okay, let's go. There are a lot of agencies and consultancy with due respect, but Europe is not about that. Your indulgence is required. So if you are ready to put in that effort, let me take you forward. All right. So let's set the ball rolling ahead with that agenda in clear. So this is, please guys, take your screenshot. I have put it in the group as well. Let me put it again for you guys. Okay, thank you. So that, yes, I have put it. So here you guys can actually put your question on top. Okay, as you can see. And this is the workshop.autolingocareer.com. Here you can go and connect with our community, go watch our YouTube videos. Tons of stuffs are there which you can actually touch, grope, feel, understand, and then take a decision. So this is all for you. So let's hit. So yes, let me introduce myself and my journey and a short intro about myself to you. Although it's going to be more about you, but just to introduce myself, like having approximately 19 to 20 years of experience, predominantly having been working as an HR, talent acquisition for India and IBM Paris, have been representing IBM Paris as a consultant from India, have been also involved in AXA Canada to migrate the entire Montreal business there, have been also involved in IRI Italy for heading the Italy operations in India, and various other platforms which require the recruitments. First, I was doing it officially when I was associated until with IBM, and I have noticed that I have that skill set because officially, obviously, I was a trained HR, I was a trained sculpted HR in terms of hiring, in terms of educating. And then I started implementing it specifically in the domain of helping people from India to Europe. And I found a certain skill set that, when enhanced, certain strategies that, when applied, was giving a repetitive results. And I started applying it on a regular basis. And that kind of gave a lot of results. So yes, I have been into this, and I have helped tons of professionals to get placed from India to Europe and abroad across as well, be it EMEA market, be it Middle East, be it even the Singapore and Korean market. We have helped them, and this is my passion. This is what I thrive for. All right. Yes, I am passionate about linguistics. I am a linguist myself. So I do have proficiency apart from English in French, German, and Italian. I speak them fluently because I have been living there. I have been, working with the professionals. I have, in fact, I have a double graduation in foreign languages. Plus, I've done my MBA, double MBA, and I am a Six Sigma black belt. So all the skill set that I could, accumulate to showcase myself, I have done. But let me tell you one thing. One thing I have learned. I found myself overqualified, which were literally not necessary. And that kind of was the reason for various of my rejections when I wanted to switch job. Okay. But believe me or not, I never had faced rejections as such, because what saved me was the core skill set that I went upon was the foreign languages. This was my core skill set. So like, you know, I even sometime if I wanted to leave certain companies, the companies held me on because of my nicheness. So always whatever skills you have, thrive upon them, because the skills that you have gained, don't try to jump from one boat to the other because other boat is going a little bit faster. Is just implementing the same skills with certain strategy will make you go like jet. All right. So like I said, this is something that I have been doing with my team, as you can see, uh, helping people, the professional, basically the career, the working professionals, with their candidature enhancement, with the job interviews, with their visa assistance. So this has been my core forte. Now, having said all that about me, let me come back to the main thing. And I really want you guys to be a little bit, you know, in terms of discussion, be a little bit responsive. I would like you to go through this thing and please put on the chat box, what do you associate yourself of having been rejected? What is the core reason that you feel that is the rejection reason for you? I will read it out for you. Okay. Or we could say, which stage is your biggest problem? It could be multiple also, but please put it in the chat box because my team is taking notes. And the same reason, put it in that link also. So number one, I feel the challenge because my resume is not getting shortlisted. I feel the challenge because multiple applications have applied, but thus far no calls have come. How the hell? It does not work that way in India. Why is it happening in Europe? Number three, well, the calls are coming, or I'm not getting call back. The first call came, but after the screening interview, nobody called. They just ghosted me as though I'm nobody. Then good companies are ignoring my profile. Maybe the short companies, which I feel, the startups, etc., they're coming, but I don't want to go there. I want to launch myself into the dominating profiles, but they are not even looking into my candidature. Then I am getting rejected in interviews. What's happening? I was not aware that there are 6 rounds of interviews: screening round, technical round, group session, group discussions, then HR interviews, then you have a salary negotiation, notice period negotiation. Why the hell do they have so many interviews? I got rejected. In fact, I cleared a couple of them. I got rejected on fourth one, but then they completely put aside my profile. Is this the one issue for you? Then well, I got the offer. I cleared all this thing, but the salary they offered to me was way too low. Maybe 40k euros, maybe 50k euros. Well, I'm aspiring for a 80k, 90k euros. That's what I'm aspiring for. Why am I not getting that? My friend got it. Then I was talking about interviews. Well, I did attend the interview, but I was all shaken. I was all nervous. The guy who had a different accent, I was not expecting that accent. He kept asking to me that, is language, do you have the language proficiency? Do you have the visa in hand? Why do you want to come to Europe? What is that passionate thing about you? Why do you want to leave your country and come here? These questions I had no answer about. What should I answer to them? What is the scripted way of answering them? Or visa. I'm not finding any visa sponsored roles. I have tried, Alok. I saw your video. I went to the LinkedIn and I could not find anything. This is all just a myth. I don't think so. There is anything called visa sponsored roles. So why have you been promoting all these things? Yes, it could occur to your mind as well. I totally get all these questions, and sometimes I just tell them, okay, take a chill pill. We'll talk about that. All right. And last and the foremost, which I have faced, and I'm sure you guys also would have, highly qualified. You know, it's a nice way of saying that, you are rejected. Your profile is very, highly qualified. I think that you are not the right fit for us because of your qualification. Why? Well, I'm depicting myself as multiple people. I'm depicting myself as a product owner, as a project manager, as a product manager, as a SQL specialist, as I don't know, XYZ foreign language specialist. Everything I want to pump in into my resume so that maybe one thing will click here and there. Does that matter? It's one key that opens the door, not multiple keys in one shot. It does not. It's one arrow that hits the bullseye, not multiple arrows. Keep that in mind. It's one thing that you correct at the right time, with the right pace, with the right strategy, that will get you the thing. Not everything. Okay, maybe this will work, maybe that will work. Your resume will be creating a chaotic situation, a chaos in the mind of a recruiter. And you know what happens when the chaos is there? They just put your resume aside. As simple as that. Foreign language and interviews. So take 20 seconds, and I really want to see what is that thing that you guys are finding yourself to be here. Okay. So I'll just give you 20 seconds, and I really am very eager to see. No, no, Satish, don't write all these things. I'm in Europe and all that. Just answer to my question, please, what I'm asking, so that I can just see. And we'll go step by step in everything. Don't worry. Okay, foreign language. I had first round of interview, Himanshu. What is that they are looking for is monetary issue, found issue personally. Yes, absolutely. Resume not getting shortlisted, rejection on LinkedIn. Just be a little bit more specific, guys. Like I said, my team is taking notes. Most of you have written the linguistic issue, resume not getting shortlisted, lack of experience, Junaid, insufficient technical skills. First two reasons, very convenient. First and second and the last one. Absolutely, absolutely. So do you think that what I have made the crux at least is bang on? This is what most of the rejections are revolving around. So let me go back a step ahead, okay? What we have figured out, okay? Indian job seekers applying to IT or non-IT jobs in Europe often face the following top 5 rejections. Number 1, visa sponsorship issues. Okay, many companies are hesitant to sponsor visas due to complexity and cost involved. They may not even know that it is so simple for Indians. Did you see? I don't know how many of you have actually gone and ventured into the recent applications of visa sponsorship that is happening with the uh, various tools that have been implemented, such as opportunity card, chance and card, and what you call. But it is so simple. They have made it as simple as possible. All the issues, like before, you could not even go and work as a part time. All your money had to be burned down the 6 months. Now they have made it so simple. Come for a year, work part time, earn, and search for job. Why are they doing it? They are doing it because there is a scarcity of people. They really want people. For that reason, they are making things more and more easy for you. Number 2, language barrier is the second top rejection. Okay. Although many countries use English now, gone are the days when in Germany people used to be literally speaking German, in France, etc. In Italy, Portugal, still you will find the linguistic barriers, but nowhere else. Okay, that English is a professional settings. Local language can be crucial, especially in non-IT. Yes, if you're a client facing, if you're a customer facing position, you have to have that. That is a mandatory requirement for you. If you're into sales, if you're into marketing, if you're as a product owner, wherein you have to go to the client location and discuss, you cannot say that, no, no, I don't want to learn language. Then maybe this is not the right place for you. Okay, but again, I'm saying language is not everything. It's something, but it's not everything. Yes, qualification and experience mismatch. That's the third rejection reason. Number 4, cultural fit concerns. Now here, people don't understand what is the cultural fit. Cultural fit does not mean that you started using the foreign language, you started using the linguistic, you started mingling with the people. No, it does not mean that. It means a lot of other stuffs also. Let me talk in terms of which I will be going in detail as well. Let me talk in terms of a senior professional who got recently located to, not recently, 6 months back, and as a CFO, his interest was to go core for handling people, all the financial specialists, because he was handling in India certain European people. So he thought, anyway, I have everything with me. I have that capability. I have that experience. I can. All it needs is just plug and play there. I will go and sit there, and I will start doing the same kind of managerial style that I was using here. You don't need to learn anything. 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 You You won't believe within 2 months that person was put under PIP. Why? Because one of the intern had set up a complaint against him that he was unprofessionally dealing, which was completely professional in Indian and US domain, but a completely unprofessional there. Okay. The thing I will tell you, you guys will just burst out laughing. What he did was that one of the intern was about to be, so the internship happens there, but it's a common thing in Europe. Anybody who graduates gets the first insight for the internship into the company by default. Okay. Even the government of the particular countries give them the first preferences for choosing the apartments, the apartment owners and all that. They cannot give you the apartment for rent and all that. The first priority has to go to these interns who are coming out, because the kids do not stay with their parents throughout their life. I mean, they have to get on their own. So, when they come out, they need to find their accommodation, etc. So government has formed this kind of rule to all the apartment owners that if a student comes asking, I mean, the intern student, give them the priority. Okay. So there's been a lot of focus on the interns, okay, because they are the future of the country. So this guy, what he did was that intern was about to accomplish his internship in 2 months. His appraisal was due, mid-year appraisal. So that intern came and told him that, anyways, I'm looking for a good rating or a good hike or a good certification, at the end of my internship. And this guy said to him just this much, that anyway you are leaving, so how does it matter to you that whatever I give to you? Anyway, you're going to leave from here. So how does it matter even if you get the hike of whatever percentage that you are looking forward to or what we are giving? That's what he said. And this is exactly what he went and told the HR. HR took immediate action because it came under the ground rules of integrities. Okay. Judging someone. So all this falls under the cultural things. You cannot go think that I can start living there from day one with the same background that I have. That thing has to be inculcated. All right. Then obviously preference for local candidates. That is obviously there because the government says so that the first 2 months of any candidature that has been rolled out has to be filled within the country. Then only can it go out. There is a ground rule. And then 70% of rejection occur due to ATS resume cover letter. Yes, it does occur. And that is majority of the rule that we will be first working upon that. Okay. So these are the common ground rule that we have got. So again, like I said, go ahead and put it here and you will be able to see when our team will review it. So major reason why you are getting rejected, as we have briefed it here: resume, irrelevant job application, hitting wrong jobs, wrong company, don't know about the hidden jobs. What is hidden jobs? Applying for all the jobs. Okay, I've gone and put a apply all button. I put an AI which is searching and doing things for me, or I've hired an intern or a consultant or a freelancer who's just randomly applying for me. It will never ever work until your intervention is not given there. Okay, searching jobs the old way, not investing in yourself. Investing in yourself does not mean I'm going on overloading myself with tools after tools after tools after tools. Okay, I know Azure. Tomorrow I will learn about AWS. Day after tomorrow I learn about GCP. After that, I other hyperscaler. That is not what you need to look for. Okay, so this is where we are stuck at. So, like I keep saying, there is no medicine for all. Okay, not one paracetamol for all diseases. Similarly, your candidature is specific to you. You have a historical candidature which has to be evaluated, and that's what we do. So, yes, this is like I said about me. You guys can go and connect with me in LinkedIn. It is I'm pretty much active there, so we can. I keep posting a lot of opportunities, a lot of openings, a lot of insights there as well. So, like I said, there's no one medicine for all. These are the few of the tons of folks that we have calibrated, and each one had a different strategy applied. Some of them may have coincide, but each of them had a different strategy which worked for them. May not work for you. Maybe for her resume work. Maybe for her something like interviews works. Maybe for her the visas thing work. Maybe for her the SWOT analysis works. So everybody had a different piece of the strategies which gave results. And you guys can go and check it out in the YouTube channel that we have, which is pretty much here. If you guys go, there you go. So this is my YouTube channel, and here you will find all the details, guys, okay, which is related to your profile. You will find all the Testimonials, you'll find all the shorts, stories, the Q&A sessions recording. Please go and educate yourself there. Okay, cool. Now, the main question comes across, why going abroad? Okay, what is that one thing that will motivate me to go abroad? Number one, better opportunities, better lifestyles. It could be better payouts. Some people go, people tell me that I want the education of my kids to be free because it's free education there. Some people say living and life quality is very great, it's fantastic out there. Some people say that the job security is high there, even though turbulences keep happening, but they cannot just fire you like things happen in India. Okay, education system both for schoolings as well for the higher schoolings are pretty high out there. Leave policies and savings are very much sensitive, and they understand the during certain times, entire month the offices are closed. For example, now in Oktoberfest, the entire October or 20 days in October, the Germany will be shut down. In July, even though it was the independence of France, so there we had a shutdown. In August, Ferragosto comes. That is the festival season in Italy. They will be shut down. So you will get so many leaves and holidays that you will be surprised what to do with that. And that is also causing the life quality out there. So yes, as per the career in Europe, Europe is one of the best place to work. It has been claimed that 25 million plus jobs per year which has been coming up there. Can you imagine that? And there are thousands of websites which are giving every day so many jobs opportunities, better pay grades, life and living standards are very high, the opportunities are very high out there. There are huge opportunities for IT and both non-IT. Okay, it's just that you need to use a certain strategies out there. If I talk about just one portion of dark, entire this Europe consists of 44 countries. Okay, 26 Schengen country. I just choose dark. Dark stands for Deutschland, Austria, Schweiz, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. There, if I just magnify glass, if I use to see what is the benefit, lowest unemployment rate, 3.1% from April 2023 is little bit high, but it went down. In Switzerland, it is zero. If you see about the professional experience, German's language skills, that's very high. There are more than 1,000 job portals. 77 million job ads on a monthly basis have been posted in all those jobs cumulatively, which you are not even aware about. There are shortage of skilled labor. Approximately 3 million jobs are unfilled by 2030. You will not be finding a 75% of the women are aged between 20 to 64. So the ratio is very drastic, and they are looking for people to come and fill that gap. But again, they will not settle for any and everybody. Their skill sets have to be demonstrated. Unemployment benefit is also there. So like 60% of your present salary will be given to you in case you are told to leave. Obviously, that policy is called the sunshine policy. So let's have a better look as well. Best part of working in EU, the European Union, or the DAC is that you have 30 days of vacation and everybody takes the vacation. In India, sometimes people have even forgotten to ask for leaves. I've seen people are so skeptical. Can I take a leave? I have this. They have to make excuse. Well, here the system is that if the leaves are accumulated, it is the responsibility of the manager. He will be given a pointer from the HR that in your team so many leaves are not getting availed. What's the status? What's the update of it? So as you can see, it is filled with so many bank holidays and so many things here, and then 10 hours of employer liable to a maximum. If you work more than 10 hours, they will be giving you this additional amount as well. Okay, if you work for more than 8 hours, you get a different flexi hours. uh, Half-hour break is required. Vacations have to be taken in the same calendar year, etc., etc. You cannot exceed more than eight, in 24 weeks. It has to be done in a stipulated time. They will have a checkpoint with you to make sure that you are getting everything required. Saturday is, if you need to go and work on a Saturday or a Sunday, you have to take the permission from the council office. And this can get rejected if there is no employee working in the office. They will just reject it that no, the safety is not there. The person cannot go and work in this environment. All right. And this is also pretty straight. 3 years of parental leave. I don't know in India, the women who are participating in the session, how many of you get this kind of privilege to go and ask your employer that I need a maternity leave for 6 months? I think you must be going with so much of trauma, right, before even approaching them. Just imagine cut to a European country company saying that even the husband can take more than a year of paternity leave. I don't know whether you have heard about it. It is so common. Both husband wife, they can work in the same company as well, and both can take leaves together. I don't think so anywhere else they will always be, no, one person has to be here, one person has to be there. One, how will the system run into place? Nothing. And even the second struggle starts for the women is that once they come back from the maternity leave, I'm sure, uh, if I ask for a vote here, 90% of you will say that once I come back from the leave, from maternity, a leave of 6 months or 3 months, whatever it is in India, my job security is zero. By the time I come, I know my job has been given to somebody else and I would be put on bench. Am I not correct on this front, guys? This same thing cannot be implemented in Europe. If it is, there will be severe consequences on that. Okay, there'll be severe consequences on that. So this cannot happen there as well. And then Sunday is a strict no. You cannot. The best work-life balance. All right. So talking about work culture in Europe, DACH and other English-speaking countries, let's have a discussion on what are the various other things that you have. First of all, you have the flatter hierarchy. I have been speaking about SMEs, right? Multinational companies are structured like this, as you see, or straight like that. Okay. SMEs are structured like this, and 90% of the European companies are reigned or ruled by the SMEs. Okay, flatter hierarchies. Private and professional lives are, segregated. You cannot mix them together. All right. Certain gestures, certain things which are common in India, such as touching and such as acting in a different way, are a big no. Which I was talking about the cultural point of view. Punctuality. If today is your first day in office, make sure you reach half an hour before because you will get lost. Your tram or metro will be delayed. You will be told to be stopped in front of the office because ID card is not matching and all that stuff. You cannot give all these excuses to the reporting manager. Oh, the guy on the front desk actually asked me, well, you are a professional. You should know how things work. Come on the right time. Our meeting will start. I need to introduce you to the team. You cannot come and tell me, oh, I was not aware which bus to take or which tram to take. Make sure everything is taken care beforehand. Okay. Direct communication. What do I mean by direct communication? We Indians have this habit, right? If training is going on, a hands-on training or a transition training is going on, we expect the person who is training me will come sit next to me. Okay. And that person will actually give me all the training required whenever I want. He will be sitting with me, he'll be going to the uh, lunch with me, and we will be discussing everything. In fact, sometime I can even catch up with him after the office hours. No, 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 this is not what is expected in Europe. If you are selected and if somebody is designated to you to train you, he will have his own cubicle, you will have your own cubicle. He is not responsible to train you. You are responsible to get trained by that person. Approach him, ask him. Nobody will come and tab you that, have you done this? Are you on track? Are you feeling comfortable? Do you have this issue? Was this issue resolved? The daily hurdles, daily meetups, forget it. Once in a week, your manager will come and ask you, this was the task aside. Is it done? Are you trained? Are you done? And if you say, oh, no, no, I was not aware, I was skeptical to approach him, you understand what is the psychological effect that you're going to cause to that person, right? So be preventive about all this thing, what I'm saying, small talks, avoid the small talks, you know, about somebody, and like I said, the boss will delegate task or project, okay, but it is not his responsibilities to ensure that you yield results. No, that is your responsibilities, okay, until unless you are hired as somebody who is a fresher or an intern, then. But like I said, we do not work with those folks. So this thing, we expect you to know how to handle those situations. Independent work culture, that is required. Okay, so let me just share again. I think my screen just got unshared. Okay, super. Yes, all these things are pretty funny which I've written here, but yes, it is absolutely right. You will not know if a husband wife, I have seen that, a couple was married and I was not aware until after 5 6 years that I came to, oh my god, both of you are married, so professional. so well decorum maintained that there was not a single bit of understanding that they were actually husband wives. You know, I don't know, in India it's completely different, right? Yes, touch is inappropriate. Eye contact is normal in certain places. Again, you cannot generalize it. It depends from which country or which position you go. Everything will be customized. Okay. Let me show you about SMEs. I have been talking about SMEs, right? Now, what is SME? Why don't you just go to Google and you type small and medium sized enterprise, and you will see an official website of European Union will be popping up, and you can read it out there. Is that 99% of all the businesses in EU are employed, are governed by the SMEs. It is not the top-notch companies. It's not an IBM. It's not a Dell. It's not an Accenture. It's not a Meta that is reigning the European market, or even to the matter, just the dark market. No, SME, small and medium-sized enterprises. They are the thrive holders of the entire nation. Okay. And if you are not targeting them, then my friend, you are targeting the wrong, you are actually heading towards a bottleneck. And then don't complain, oh, why am I getting those rejection criteria which we have narrated? Because you are obviously getting into the same mindset. What you are doing, apple to apple comparison. Never, ever, ever, never do apple to apple comparison, because it is not the same country, it is not the same culture, it is not the same mindset. Europe is a self ruled or self-governing entity. Never was it dependent on any other country. They had their own businesses since the beginning. They had their own economy, strong economy. UK and Europe, I'm talking about both. Okay. So don't try to implement what you have learned with those Americans, rolling tongue and giving interviews and all this stuff. It will not work there. You have to be straightforward. You have to be strategic. So this is one of the insight which I'm giving you. This is very, very strong. Okay. Second thing that you are not aware about is the what are the type of the visas that we have. Well, I have just listed a few about visas. We have job seeker visa, which has been now converted into the opportunity card. You have family reunification visa, setting up your own business you can do, intercompany transfer, which is called ICTs. Then there is one thing called IJPs, internal job postings. Language course visa is there. Studying bachelor's and master's, you can get a visa on that. Freelance self permit is there. Doing an Ausbildung, a specialization if you want, that can also get your long visas. Migration consultancies, youth mobility visas, sports visas. I could go on with the list, man. This shows, what does all this show? When there are so many gates for entry, what does it show? It shows that the acceptability is very high, correct? If there's so many doors to enter into a place, the visa's perspective, it shows that the acceptability is high. It shows the scarcity is there. It shows your demand is there. If you are not reaching there, is it the fault of the company or the country? Because they have opened the door for you. Why are you not making it out there? The jobs are lying there, vacant, unavailed. People are not being filled. Why don't you make certain adjustments, certain upskilling, certain tailoring and customizing, and get them? Because all these things are happening to fill their requirement. For example, a few months back, we had job seeker visa, which is now an opportunity card visa. 6 months, you could go and search for a job. All you needed to show was certain small, we had this documents, requirement document, which you can see on my screen. Simple documents, even if you go for a tourism, you will have to show all these documents, bank statement, your academic qualification, cover letter, proof of health insurance. We have a dedicated team who helps you in all this anyway. So this, even I will tell you, even a 12 to 13 years old kid, I mean, if you have your kid in sitting in beside you, or your nephew, niece sitting beside you, you give them this checklist and say, hey, buddy, fill it up for me. Make sure that I have my entire file ready. He or she, that kid will get it done. Kids are so smart to get this done for you. They have made this process so simple that you don't need to boggle your mind into this. It's not about Canada or Australia where you have the express entry point system, blah, blah, blah. Nothing of that kind. Language was a constant, that also has been removed. A1, that's it. And we are giving you the certification on that. So look at the benefit that you are getting from this. Then Netherlands has a visa. which is for basically you can tag yourself into any of the companies which are into startups, internships. No IELTS required, no language test report required, relatively low requirement or anything. And this is a pilot program, duration of only 4 years, which started in June 1st, 2021, ending in June 1st, 2025. You have 1 year left for this. Go Google it, you will find it. Okay. So this is a program which has been started with Netherlands. Then the benefit of this program is that it has uh, no caps. Okay. So for example, no caps on limiting the visa. Like I told you, right? Brussels and Belgium takes the control on issuing the visas. How many visas per country will release, because they want to control the inflow. They don't want those mischief makers to come in the country and start doing any kind of malintended activities. Correct? You understand what I'm saying? So everything has to be controlled. Um, even the blue collar, the white collar. That's the reason we do not deal with blue collar, because that's not our expertise. We would rather stick to our core expertise people than to go with the bulk. That's not something which I look. Netherlands has more than 2 lakh startups. Just imagine if 5 people are coming plugging into 2 lakh startups, how many people it can inhale. Can you imagine? So this is the power of it. No work experience is required. Now they have even downgraded that. Okay, even freelancer work experience can be counted. So they claim to welcome more than 4 lakh 31 permanent residents at 2022, talking 2 years back, which is still not fulfilled, still lagging. Can you imagine how much behind they are in terms of their expectation? Let's go board. Well, this is about the Amsterdam, which I was talking, how it is 98% of the households have the broadband connection. Look at the lifestyle, look at what they are into. And then you have the UK visa as well, the UK scale of visa, which started in the August 2022. And then you have the Portugal visa, 15 June 2023, exactly like a year before it was approved. The whole intention was to create 1 lakh 93 jobs in the few months. Okay, I'm sure you would have heard a buzz about Portugal, Portugal, Portugal everywhere last 6 months, right? It was all about this, just because you don't know what's happening around, but people who are aware about what's happening, that making the move. But understand one thing: visa is one thing. Visa will make you land there, but fetching a job is another domain altogether. Okay, both have to go simultaneously in order for you to succeed. So look at this. This is the strength. Austria job seeker visa, Sweden job seeker visa. Then Germany's immigration rules for skilled workers to counter labor shortage. This has been in alabriata.net. Then you had the news is all over the media, etc., about how the Germany is welcoming more skilled people, etc. You know how they are approving immigration to attract skilled workers. So the matter of the fact is that the whole world is now aware about what's happening in Europe. The buzz is in Europe. Whether you are ready for it, that is something you will need to look at. So just wanted to give an update on few of my colleagues from my mentees, in fact. So Garima, Pooja, Pial, same profile they had, same skeptical situation they had in their mindset. How will they make it? Whether this is the right profile for them or not, whether they should go for it or not, what should happen. So I would just like to share a small, short video so that you can get to hear from them exactly what attracted them to this kind of salary and what is the mindset that they had gone for. And everything is transparently put in my YouTube channel. Like, guys, you can go there. So let me just share with you and these two short videos with Pooja and Pial. All right. Just give me a second. Yes, guys, one-on-one call, I will let you know, but only for those folks, because we have limited slots for one-on-one. Okay. All right. So I would like to share with you this video, short clip video, and I'm sure this will help you understand a little bit more about how they are. All right. I hope the audibility is there. Yeah.
Calls, but everything, but I'm not. I've also seen that other um, companies, not companies, but what are these consultancies? Yeah. So consultancies, what they do is they do everything by themselves. So it is like if we pay them for 6 months, and then once their job is done, they don't care that whether we have got the job or is there any response or anything. They do their part and it's done. But
Yes.
here, as we are doing it everything by ourselves, we are also understanding the process. So it will not be only for this particular duration, though the duration is small. Even I thought that 2.5 months would be a very short duration, but you will definitely learn a lot of things, and that would be there for lifetime. So even if you go, and yeah, this was also mentioned by Alok initially in the first call, that this would stay forever with you. So I was a little dicey about it, how can this happen? But yeah, now I got to know, like, yeah.
All right. So this is something which which Pooja has to say. Let me just share with you a short profile of Pial, who is also there, and how he has mentioned into this. All right, let me share. I think my video got unshared.
I think this Mug Span and Maxon Germany. How is it happening? The interviews with them, everything's going smooth. Is in pipeline.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to update you. So both of them, I had final rounds of interview. I think Mark I had 2, and Maxon I had 3. So the Mark one I had last week, and they said they'll get back in 2 or 3 days, but they did not so far. So I dropped a follow-up note a few days back.
Lovely.
And the other one, I had the final round on Tuesday. Today, HR called me sometime back, and they said that they are probably looking at extending that offer for that Maxon.
Wow.
And I think they're offering around 78k euros. Do you think it's a decent offer?
It's a decent offer for you. Absolutely.
Profile.
We could look for 85k to 90k euro, especially in the profiles that we had.
Good. I think this is something which I wanted to just give you a glimpse of how things are in terms of, look at the confidence level these guys are getting into. Okay, that should be the best part you should try to see. The confidence level when they started and when they are getting the offer. Okay, when they are getting into the mode, it's like they can. It's their haath ka khel, what you call it in Hindi. You can just replicate it again and again and again. This is something that these people have learned over the period. Okay, let me just go ahead and show you other stuffs because we have a lot to cover. So, there's a lot of job vacancies, as you can see on the screen, for even cooks, nurse, engineer, doctors, construction, software developer. But we are constantly focusing on only one domain, that is our IT and non-IT domain. Okay, we are not taking care of the other domains. Job opening by occupation, if you have a look, you'll be surprised to see. For each of these occupations, just look at the number of job openings that is there till 2023. It is mind boggling. Okay, even the salaries in euros, what they're giving is pretty decent. It's like maybe first year or first 6 months, you may not be able to do certain savings, but once you gain the momentum, that kind of saving you cannot get it here. People keep telling me that, hello, there's so much of tax, 30% of tax. Well, it's only in Germany I'm talking about, France, Germany. You go to Portugal, 17% tax, go to Norway, less tax. Well, what is taxation all about? Taxation is all about how do the government make sure that what you are getting, what you're paying, how are you getting it back? I will ask you 3 questions, guys. Please be very frank with me. And this is non-diplomatic, non-political question, please, okay? My question is that whatever taxes that you are paying in India, majorly 3 places that we use it for. Number 1, education. Government pays for education. Number 2, medical facilities. And number 3 is the, transportations. I'm just taking a measure, the mota expenses that go. I'm not talking the military systems and all that stuff. The 3 things which normal public would be interested. One is medical, one is transport, one is education. Tell me frankly, without any kind of patriotic point of view here, there's no such thing, but Would you send your kid or your niece, nephew to a government school to study in India? Put it in the chat box. Or you prefer a private school, correct? So cross for government school for which India taxes are being implemented. Number two, my question: would you, God forbid, anybody falls it? Everybody should stay healthy and fine after we have seen the drastic situations of the COVID-19. Would you be open to get your near and dear ones admitted in a government hospital or a private hospital? Again, the same answer you guys are giving: private hospital. So again, that taxation portion which you are paying for is not going. Third, transportation. Would you take a public transport buses or would you take a taxi cab or your own the highly paid transportation in order to commute? All the three things you are actually paying on your own despite paying the taxes in India. Come to Europe and here 30% whatever you're paying, you are actually using the CFO, the CEO, the top-notch guys are using the tram, they are using the metros, they're using the train. Everybody, I use it there so fluently without having any kind of issues or safety concerns, nothing. Everything is so well maintained. You you won't believe they have so much of trust on you. You do not even need to swipe your card. I have seen that. There are a lot of I mean, we have our own cards. I can show you that card. We just swipe in and we get in the tram, and we can loiter around. But there are certain people who are making who do not have a card and they just get in the train and they get out without any inspection, without anybody actually looking into them. Yes, France and Italy, there are custodial people who are standing, but come to Germany, Netherlands, Austria, nobody's standing there to watch all these petty things because they're earning enough. They know they have adequate taxes, they have adequate amount, and they don't want to put in their staff for mentoring and monitoring this petty stuffs. So, this is the kind of taxation. Government schools are free and the world-class schools. Government hospitals are the world-class hospitals. The taxation that you pay, you are actually getting back. So don't give me that excuses, oh, the taxes are high and I think I should better stay in India. Then India is the right place for you. India is great place to work at. Yes, there's a lot of disadvantages also. You don't get a maid out there and all this stuff, chauffeur and all of which you get in India. You need to be self-dependent, you need to be self-motivated, nobody's going to do work for you. So those are also cons are there as well. Okay, both have its pros and cons. Well, we have a lot of STEM software developers as well, IT specialists as well. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There's a lot of openings for that also. You have a lot of openings for the other curriculums as well, people who are interested, which we don't cater to. Okay, they're also there. So the whole matter why I showed you this entire thing is that understand that the saying, strike when the iron is hot. All right, this is the right time. So to be at the right time at the right place with the right skills, with the right guidance, gets you to the right place. Okay. So, and like I said, Belgium, Brussels, capital of EU has made this decision. So now you need to decide whether is this something that you would like to be or no. So this is something. Having said that, now let me take you to the things wherein I have told you what is the problem area, what you need to head towards, where are you heading towards, the culture differences and everything. Now let me show you what is the thing that you are doing wrong. In terms, when you correct, immediately you start seeing the results in yourself. Okay, so let's head towards that. So number one, these are the stages of rejection, the pyramid of rejection that we have seen. Okay, we have seen the resume screening. Okay, ATS, 80% of the resumes are rejected due to ATS. Absolutely correct. If I show you, because we have a lot of hiring also which goes on, okay, in Orolingua. If I show you how I do the hiring, how I browse through the resume, you will seriously dislike me because every HR does that. Okay, there is no respect given to the number of letters, words that you have crafted in a resume. No, we already have a preconceived notion in the mind as an HR, as a trained HR, seasoned HR, and they will only scan in that particular way. And I will show you how it is done. And you will be mesmerized to see, oh my God, for which I have been so emotionally connected. The rejection mail which I have kept clung down to my heart and I was feeling so bad. It is just written by an AI in a fraction of a second. Yes, it is. Just that you are not aware. You think that you are using AI. You think that you are using Chat GPT and you can outsmart the recruiter. Do you know what kind of money and training is being conducted to train a European HR and a hiring manager with the latest AI. You are using the free version. They are using the paid version. Can you imagine? You are just drafting certain things in your resume and sending it to them. They are getting, when when we are interviewing you, immediately everything is coming in front of us, whether this entire resume is tailored by the AI, whether this person, what is in monotony, whether he's using repetitive words, whether he's using the correct JD oriented words, everything. Forget about resume. Even while you're interviewing, we'll get to know the entire graph, whether we should select you or reject you. Everything will be given there. So the best way I would suggest you is to be genuine, is not to take help of all the AI tools to manipulate, because you can never outsmart them. The HRs get the paid version. Okay. So yes, resume review, recruiter, hiring manager. So this is number one, what I said. Number two is that they spend only 5 to 8 seconds to screen an interviewer. Okay. Number three, the assessment interview. I told you, right? There's 6 rounds of interviews. So yes, this is again a rejection criteria, and then the salary negotiation. Certainly. How do I overcome that? What is that I'm doing wrong? Well, let's look at the pyramid of hiring, what you're doing wrong. Now, pay attention to this, guys. And I mean, how do people look for jobs? People like you, me, folks who are sitting here, how do we look for jobs? Okay. We look for jobs from this profile downwards. Like we go first to the advertisement or the job boards in the job portals, and we start hunting for the job. For example, you're sitting on a cabin, sitting in a cubicle, you hear, oh my God, oh, Sumit has gone, oh, Namisha has gone, oh, they have got, oh my God, why didn't I get it? You get all pumped up, motivated. I want to go to Europe too. I am also as skilled as them. Let me do. The first thing you will go for the job boards, job portals. If you don't know anything, first thing you will hunt is Naukri or Monster or Indeed. But if you're a little bit equipped, you'll go for Zing, you'll go for those specific job portals which are catering to Europe. Okay, nothing will happen there. You will spend 1 month, 2 months here. Then you will go to recruiting agencies. Remember, I told you what is the difference between recruiting agencies. Just now, I think we have one of our mentees tell about how the recruiting agencies, they steal so much of time. You'll go to them. They will take your candidates. They will promise you, yes, you will do the needful. They will apply in hundreds of companies. No results out of them. Then you will go to professional organizations. Now, what is professional organization? Professional organizations are recruitment agencies, but are working for the companies. They are the inbound recruitment agencies of a company. Let's say IBM has a professional organization. Let's say Manpower. They're associated with IBM. They're associated with Dell. So they will only work for this internal employees, those who are on bench or those who are on IJPs, etc. They'll work for them. Then you will go, if nothing works out, then you will go for word of mouth, networking in LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm looking for a job. Please help me. This, that, randomly. Doesn't work. Then you start contacting the existing staff of that company. Hey, you're working in Accenture. Oh my God, I do work. Can you do something for me? I see there is an opening out there. Can you help me? No, nothing will work. IJP, you try. Go to your manager. Can you please post me in Poland? My external team is sitting there. Can I help? Can you help me get? No, there is no policy of such. We cannot help you. You know how the answers are, right? This is how you search. This is how an employer search now. First thing, as soon as a position is created in a company, they don't even go to the job portals. Forget that. Forget LinkedIn. They go to their IJP database. Whether the person is lying on the bench or somebody there who can fill this post, they will look there. Then they will look for existing staff. Then they will look for networking, LinkedIn. Then they will go for professional organization. Last, they will go for recruitment agencies. And they never go to the job portals. It is the recruitment agencies who will go to the job portals and fetch the data for them. So you understand what is happening wrong here? By the time you reach from here to here is 2 months. They reach from here to here is 2 months. So I think both of you, employer and employee meeting point is 2 months. Do you think any position will stay open for 2 months? Any recruiter would say, okay, fair enough. 2 months, let's wait because there's a meeting point happening. Nobody is waiting there. They want to close it right now, right then. If you are not the right person, somebody else would be. If that person not, somebody else would be. Even though you may be far more equipped and qualified than the other, nobody's going to wait. So this is a mistake number one that is happening there. Okay, so this is the graphical positions of the same. How much of the importance that the employer is giving. Maximum, as you can see, only 20% are left. Maximum is by IJPs, then staff referrals, then HR hiring, then recruitment agency, and 0% on the job portals, almost 0%. I mean, 100% you are applying, but 0% attention they are giving. All right. So like I've already told about the SMEs, this is number 2, guys. Now you are approaching to the wrong, number 1 mistake you are doing is that approaching the wrong way of searches. Your search criteria is completely wrong. Number 2 is that what you are searching is also wrong. Randomly, just put my JD in LinkedIn, let's start searching. 1,000 job, apply tomorrow, let's go for lunch, come back, apply, go for lunch. Somebody has come in the chat, let me just say, hey, can you apply me, can you help me? It does not work. Why would somebody else give importance to your career when you yourself are not willing to invest on yourself? It does not work that way. There's a specific way. So number 2, finding out that exact company, that matters a lot. So like I said, SMEs are the future of Europe. 99% of the businesses are run by SMEs. They employ around 100 million people. This is the way you should apply, not for the top-notch 1% companies. And this you can go to, I think if you go to, let me show you. I don't know whether if you just go to Google and you can type there and you can see there also. Let me just show you. If I just type small and medium-sized enterprise, oh, okay, it's got deselected. Please guys, see here, just type small and medium-sized enterprise. The first link that you get, okay, open that up and you will be surprised to see. Look at this, the first sentence that they are writing here. First 99%. Okay, this what they see has been updated now. And you can go to the graphical view and also look there how it has been implemented. Go to the images and you will be surprised to see. Look at this graph which has been driven here. 99%, 54%. They're clearly catering, and why you are, see, look at this particular graph, as you can see. SMEs are 99%, large companies are 1%. Despite knowing the fact, you are still concentrating on the large companies. You know where you are heading towards, but still. So that's the problem number 2. Okay. So now coming back to the slides which we were dealing with. Okay. So like I said, these SMEs are subdivided further. You can see telecommunication, IT, logistics, you can see yourself the number of jobs that it is catering and the number of location that it is catering to. I'm just talking about Germany as a market. I've just taken one market and I'm showing you. I have not even touched the UK market. I have not even touched the Netherlands. I have not even touched the Poland market, France market, Italy market. No, just one. And you can see the difference of it. Doesn't it make you feel irritated? Oh my God, so much things are there. And what am I doing? Why am I not heading towards this direction? Why this is not the approach that I should cater to? Why should I not just sit back, see what's happening, and then advance strategically? Take a 2 months of analytical space in your rush towards finding a job, and you will see all these things popping up. Okay. Then, visa sponsored roles. So put me in the chat box. How many people of you think that there are visa sponsored roles, and how many of you think that there's no visas? Can you put yes or no in the chat box, please? I would like to see how many of you think. What's your opinion? Hardly. Yes, there are. No. Well, absolutely right. Yes, Satish. Yes, Colin. Yes, Himanshu. I never knew. No problem. So visa sponsored roles are there. It is a fact. But it's just that they are not lying like a low-hanging fruits for you to pluck and start availing it. Gone are the days. 2023. You could see all those things clustering in the LinkedIn. Now, no more. It does not work that way. Why? Again, Brussels' decision on the entire set. Why? Because you must have heard about something called Center of Excellence, COEs. Well, the Center of Excellence is basically a budget concising projects run by all the companies, top-notch companies, and they want to relocate their cost center from their country to another so that there could be a cost saving. Before this cost center was being positioned in China, our competitor, then it got positioned in India. When we reaped all the benefits in India, there were so many MNCs, so much flourishing. Software companies were coming like anything before the recession thing happened. Correct? Now, check around in your GOM or the global operating management system that you may be having in your portal, in a company portal, job portals company. Go check out where the most of the people are sitting. You will be surprised to see that most of the people are sitting in Poland, Bratislava. These are the places. This is the new center of excellence COE being created as a cost center. Okay. Now, technically, understand one thing very clearly. Why you stopped seeing so many visa sponsored jobs advertisement is because Poland and these top-notch German companies and all that, the reason that they position from here to Poland is because they wanted to save the cost. Tomorrow, if they advertise for the same position, and Poland they are paying a salary of 50k euros, whereas in Germany they pay a salary of 90k to 110k euros. Do you think anybody in Poland with this right mindset would actually sit there and still working? They will take the next train of 6 hours or next flight of 1 hour, go to Germany because they are a resident of Europe, apply for that core position and start working there. If they were knowing this differentiation. So the government has made the rule, there will be no disclosure. Yes, certain sites keep, publishing that the salary, but in LinkedIn you will never find this discrimination or this, we are sponsoring visa, please come and all that stuff. It will never be. But there are ways to see the visa sponsorship. You still can get access to it, like you see here. You need to induce that into the system of when you are doing the interviews, when you are applying for the jobs, when you are looking for the companies. You should know which company to target. You should know which company is hiring Indians. You should know which company has a pool of Indian being hired. This is all you need to know. So as you can see here, relocation package, visa sponsorship, international talent, and much more is being hired by this. Look at this. Everywhere you can see comprehensive relocation package. This is by our people, by the mentees who have fetched themselves a visa sponsored roles. Can you see visa sponsorship? We support our employees with all the formalities associated with the relocation to Slovakia and also advise them to choosing the sustainable residential area. Relocation and visa application, 78,000 euros to 118,000 euros and blah, blah, blah. I mean, things are in front of you. You need to tap the right market. So what we do is that we have a huge database and we touch base on them. We are regularly into this domain. So we have come across a lot of recruiters, companies, etc., who do this kind of thing. And as a gesture of get back, we get to know from them which are the companies which are hiring before they are being even released to the rest of the market. Remember, I told you the rule number 3 that it takes 2 months for a job to come into LinkedIn to the rest of the market. For the duration of 2 months, that job has to circulate inside the country in their newspaper, local advertisings, etc., so that the local person of the country gets the first preference for being recruited. What if you get the first information and by this time this job is associated to when it opens, employer already knows you, employer has already got the discussion with you, and what they need to do is that they just need to roll out the offer letter to you. Don't you think that you will get an added advantage with this? We are not doing something bypassing the protocol. You see, everything is organic. It's just that the information is given and you know when what is happening, and boom, you start preparing using the strategies that are there. Everything has to be done organically. Because believe me or not, if you don't do anything organically, and if you're caught doing something like a shortcut, you write in your resume, oh, I'm sitting in Germany, this is my phone number, and my brother-in-law is taking the phone call on behalf of me, and so on and so forth. Or you show in your LinkedIn that I'm my address proof is here, etc., etc. Even if you are in vacation visa, and you start giving the job interviews, these pocket routes can cause a termination, a blacklisting, not only from the corporates, but also from the visa perspective. Tomorrow, you may not even be ever be permissible to even apply for a job. So please do not go for any of the shortcuts. The market is huge. They are looking forward to you. You need to have this thing. So this is one of the things, I'm just giving you a glimpse of it, how we do that. Okay, the entire database. Not only this, we also give them the salary bracket. We also give them the which is the ranking of the company, etc., etc. So, like you see, for example, Neha sitting in Germany. You have already seen Pooja. You have already seen them. How they have fetched 4 roles, and this I'm not talking out of the blue. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you guys. I hope the ad doesn't start, but yeah.
Tomorrow. So let me give you quick action.
Overwhelmed. Like next week, I'll have 3 more interviews. So please guide me. Like अभी 4 interviews अभी मेरे lined up हो गए हैं, and I can't believe it. Tomorrow is Friday, first call. Then Monday, I have here technologies. And then I got a call from Sweden as well, and Munich. So,
Wow, it is just.
So you guys see what is the power of this? Back-to-back interviews can easily be attained, provided you apply the right strategy. This is what it is all about. So now come back to the whole crux of the matter, guys. Sorry, I'm going a little bit fast. I need to give you as much information as possible, guys. Please absorb it, okay? I need to give you from all perspective. I need to jolt you. I need to give those information. I need to explain in everything I'm trying to give it to you. Not so that, you feel overwhelmed, but you understand that it is possible. Now look at this chart, guys. Traditional job search practices. Identify what you need, update your resume, go to all portal, common approach people on LinkedIn, ask people for referral, blah, blah, blah. It does not work anymore in 2024-25. Gone are the days. These common approaches are dead. Will not ever give you the result. You can try it. It's in front of you. Take the screenshot of it, try it for 2 weeks, and you will see whether it gives you the results or not. And these were the very well defined rules and regulation, which I used to be proudly teaching in 2022. Not anymore. Gone. This is what you used to look at. Way to look for job initially. Company websites, embassy, networking, training, job fairs. Not anymore. Those who are in my WhatsApp group, you would have seen that we had participated in the Germany job fair recently. Orolingua had its own portfolio as well in Germany, Munich job portals. A lot of people come there, but this is not the right forum for actually being absorbed. Again, this is outdated. It's the generation of AI is a generation of emails, like where you actually meet people virtually. You won't believe, there was a mentee of mine with all the frustration. I mean, he had taken a job seeker visa and gone there, and he was there for four months after he joined us. And he told me that, Alok sir, I was in Italy. Sorry, he went to Italy, Milan. I was in Italy, Milan, and I went to one of the consultancy, and I told them, I have the resume in front of me. Can I come and meet you personally and hand it over and explain to you? In India, what would happen? Yes, please come. Let's meet physically and let's try to break it down, okay? But it does not happen there, okay? Just 1 second. Right. So it does not happen there. Just hold on. Yeah. There you need to actually go there physically, and you need to you need to send them the email, and then you will need to, thank you, need to take an appointment to be there, okay? So this person was told, no, do not come to me directly, send an email and then we will meet. I said, but I am standing right below your agency. Can I not come? No, you cannot come. Come and then send an email, take an appointment and then come. They will not entertain you at all. Direct reunion, direct rendezvous, it does not work. Everything has to happen in a proper way. So let's come back to the understanding where you are actually not getting the right approach for Europe and where you are getting stuck. So you understand, if you are here, this is you. You are the prospect, okay? And this prospect is wanting to apply for this job offer, as you can see now, okay? This is the job offer. So you see, so many hurdles are there. Everything is a filtration here. Decision maker, opportunities. By the time you come here, only one person get a job. Let's break it down further and make you understand. Everything is a hiring funnel. Take it like a funnel. You know what a funnel is, right? Take it like a funnel. You see here, if there are 10,000 applicants applying for one European position, okay, pumped in here, 2,000 people only qualify to the next round. Why? Because 80% are rejected by the ATS. Remember, I told you what is the applicant tracking system ATS? 80% get there. Then, out of 2,000 remaining, only 40 get to the interview call. Why? Because 98% are rejected due to the 7.4 second bomb. What is the 7.4 second? See, take these two things like two security guards. This is one security guard who's like, if you need to get into a party hall or anywhere, there are two security guards. One is the ATS, one is the 7.4 bomb, name them. So both of them you need to overcome in order to reach that thing. So in fact, I could say there are three security guards, as you can see here. So ATS, the strongest one, who is 80% gone off, and then this one. What is the 7-second thing? You will be shocked, because when people who are inside, I give them the live view of how an HR looks into the profile. Maybe some other time we can try to show that. And then even those who clear from 2000, after the 98% rejection, 40 get into the interview call. I told you, right? 6 damn rounds of interviews, man. And each one is equally important as the previous one. Possibility of disqualification lies even on the 6th one. Okay? Before the roll of the, like English, there's a saying, right? Many a slip between cup and lip. So this is that position. 40 get to the interview round, okay? And then 30 survive and one person is selected. So this is the hiring funnel. As simple as that. So if you do not follow the strategical way of directly coming through this, you will keep on being filtered by either of this system here. Okay? This is how it is. So it is definitely not how much you apply. Hundreds of jobs, like, you also apply, I also apply, give it to consultant, give it to a freelancer, you apply. It is not an application game. It is not an application game at all. Okay? You might strike even something potential, but then if you don't know how to take it forward, it makes of no use to you. It will be just a waste of thing. So you have to use what? You have to use something called a blue ocean strategy. Now, blue ocean strategy is a strategy which takes you from a stagnant market, a competitive market, to a non-competitive market. I'm not going to take you in a country where the jobs are in abundance and then you will get that. No. The same country, the same profile, the same thing, but by just fine-tuning your approach slightly, you will be the one who will just uplift yourself from the rest of them and will be visible. And this strategy has been used by many of these top-notch companies, as you can see here. Even Apple. Remember when those cassettes and those CDs there was a war going on between them? Then the iTunes came up. When people didn't know how to get out of that gadgets of Walkman and CD-ROM, I don't know what the CDs things were going around. And then people were stuck. They had to buy that particular entire album. Even if one of the track was interested to them, they had to buy the entire album. Then this iTunes came into picture. Apple launched in. Everything was brought into the database, and you could select any of them, but it charged. But you see, something which ventured as a blue ocean strategy into the stagnant market. These two companies, they were reigning. I think Sony or something. They were just reigning over the entire market. No other competitor was getting in. Apple came in with this strategy, and boom. You see, where are those two guys? No CDs, no cassettes, gone. I think in our eras, people who were born in 80 would still remember the cassettes, but the rest of you may not. So understand, when I'm talking about hidden job market, it does not mean that, there is a database which I don't know, or somebody from sleeves they will take out and give it in. No. It is right in front of you. It's just that you don't want to venture that. So what I just showed you, you are only venturing the 25%. 15% are the headhunters, 45% are the networking and referrals. So this is the hidden job market that you need to go with a strategized way. As simple as that. And this will fetch you. And look at this, how Aditya, one of our mentee who was, he's from Noida, and how he has been struggling through his profile, back to back. He was not getting anything. And then eventually he joined the program, and how he flourishly came out from there and not one, not two, multiple job offers, and still on the go it is. Look at how Royal got into the system. This is very recent, as you can see. He could not believe that there are telephonic interviews so easily, and back to back he's getting the telephonic interviews as well. It's just that applying the strategies that are really recommended for you, that will work there. Now let's look at Subramaniam. He's in my LinkedIn. You guys could contact him also. And he himself, he's into quality management, especially now he's sitting in Sweden, from Chennai. Thorough gentleman, very patient person, very nice human being, struggling the same way. His issues was communication. He was not able to get things across his expertise across the recruiter. Okay. Then we did a diagnosis of his entire profile, figure out what are his challenges, what are his SWOT analysis, and then one by one, we figured out where he was lacking expertise and how he had to carry forward there. So let me share this with you. What he has to say about this entire program and how he managed to get himself his challenge. I would like to just share this with you as well. Okay, just let me share my screen to you guys. Yeah.
I was in the train at that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah, definitely. That time we
Network
are suddenly
kept
searched, and
disrupting.
within the 2 minutes, he gave the correct exact code.
Absolutely, man. That's what we thrive upon, because this is the time we are waiting for. Correct?
Yeah.
The interviews, and there we cannot go wrong. We have to take the responsibility. Great, man. Fantastic. Lovely. Any last minute thing you would like to suggest to our people who want to join Aurolingua? What is your
Definitely.
thought process on them?
So definitely, I will suggest the people. Even some of the friends are asking through LinkedIn. I suggest to share you the link in our link, all those things.
Lovely, man. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. You have
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure to mentor and to work with. Very professional. I think some of the work that you did initially when you came in, especially in the SWOT analysis, those.
So I will show it to you guys as well. What he did excellently, how his approach was. Like I keep saying, right? There is no one medicine for all diseases. So his was a different medicine, and he's sitting in Sweden. I think today those who are in my WhatsApp group have seen. I have posted his video as well. This video there, so you guys can go and watch what he has to say. Okay, let's see. Now that we have seen the technicalities, what we're failing, let's see some laws and regulations. Okay, where you are actually needing. Okay, so employees and employers relationship is very important. Okay, and these are controlled by the German labor and unemployment law. So, for example, nobody can randomly throw you out from the company. Nobody can, without any specific reason, tell you to leave the company. They cannot just go as per their liking and disliking, like it happens here. No office politics. If it is there, I've already told you what happens, right? The German labor law protects the employees, and thus also known as the employee protection law. Employee protection law is the main thing, man. There, I mean, you will be given an orientation program as soon as you join, and they will tell you about the employee protection law, who is the SPOC, who you need to go to. Everything will be told there. Work from Monday to Friday. Working on a Sunday, like I said, in a public holiday is a strict no and against the labor law. Against. If they have told you that they will provide you certain facilities, if they are not, things can be taken care of. Average working time, 5-day week is between 35 to 40 hours. And now you know that 3 days work law is coming up. Many countries already implemented. Across the Europe, you will see this thing happening. And what a beautiful thing, right? Like you work for three days or 4 days, and then rest of the days you have, just enjoy. It's 2 hours distance for any touristic place. I mean, if you're in the center of Germany, for example, it takes 2 hours to go to Innsbruck, which is the highest mountain peak. It takes 2 hours to go to any of the cities randomly located around. It takes few hours to go to Italy, few hours to go to France. I mean, your destination is the end, and that's very well thought about. The flexibilities, the work-life balance is excellent. Okay, this I've already elaborated to you as well. Sickness. Nobody's gonna ask you for the permission to work and all that. If you are sick, you're sick, man. You don't even need to. There's nothing called a sick leave quota. There is nothing of that kind. At least I have not seen so far. There's nothing called a sick leave quota that, if you're a sick, it's beyond your leaves thing. The leaves entitlement is fixed. Apart from that, maternity leave, I told you, 6 weeks and 8 weeks after the delivery date. Sometimes it goes up to 1 year also. So during the pregnancy, for 4 months after childbirth, the female employee cannot be terminated. Remember, I told you it is not permissible. They cannot have this as a law that, oh, you were not here, so I take the privilege of just taking the convenience factor. Cannot be there. Both male and female employees are eligible for parental leave for a maximum of 3 years. 3 years, yes, obviously the payment will be deducted. You have to come, but your job is secure. Nobody can take those action against you. Your job is secure. Okay. And also not obliged to pay salary. The company having more than 5 employees can elect a worker council, like a leader, like a person who can take care of it. So your safety is the prime concern of that. For example, Harsh, he's also one of our mentee. He is working as a field service engineer in Norway. His problem was slightly different. Let me give you his background. What his problem was that he was working in Zeiss, India, and he was the culprit of the office politics. We got him positioned in many companies in Europe, but he was very inclined in working in Zeiss only. So he said, "Hello, how do I go about it?" I said, "Okay, let's discuss with your employer." So we discussed with the employer. I mean, through him, he was the main face. We did not interfere and try to penetrate. No, no, no. So he discussed with them. He told them that, see, I've got 2, 3 offers, which we got before him in Romania and all that also. And he said, I've got 2, 3 offers, but I wish to continue working with you. I'm having a very toxic environment here. I am not willing to work here. I want to come to Europe and explore the opportunities. I want my child, who's 1-year-old kid, I want to see the child doing his first studies in Europe only. I want to live that life, and can you help me? Of course, we can help you. Can you prepare something substantially? So we helped him prepare a case study. We helped him prepare a different domain, how to launch himself. We did multiple things, okay? Multiple stuffs we did with him, not one. Few failed, few passed. We tried and tested, okay? It's a constant thing. My team sat down and all that. And then you see, eventually, when his employer told him that we are going to hire you, the typical thing happened. The Indian manager started tormenting, started putting pressure, started saying, no, 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 we cannot release you. It's not possible. This is against the laws, against the rules, against the policies, blah, blah, blah. So great. It's against the policies. We understand that. So it's okay. We are leaving the company and we are going. Okay, that was the kind of form, because we knew we had our back assured by other alternative jobs that were in his platter. We never count on one thing at a given time. Have multiple sources. So we had that. No problem, we'll do that. And we had that manager talk to this manager, the European manager. And he said, it's okay. If you want to release Harsh, release him. We will hire him from the back end also. No problem. That's okay. And then he knew that this could get ugly. And anyway, Harsh had made up his mind. So eventually we got it tormented. We got it modified in such a way that a smooth transition was there. And he got a beautiful offer there. And you won't believe how welcoming his employer was. Before he was hired, before he was told to come, this guy asked him that, I'm parking the SUV in your garage. Okay. You let me know whether you have the driving license or not. Otherwise, prepare yourself and come with the same. He had his car parked for the company in the garage before he landed. Every week or every bi-weekly, because he's a field specialist, service specialist, so his country tours keep happening. The entire thing has been taken care by the company. Recently, he was in Pune, and wherein I had shared this photograph, right, where during that flood time which happened in Maharashtra, so he was there at that point in time. So I was virtually with them. We were having a party. This entire team of mine, Aurolingua, was in Pune. The Maharashtrian team were accumulated in Pune, and I was in Düsseldorf, and we were having a discussion. So he told that he went and met that manager as well, and he was so happy. In fact, he asked him, "How did you do it? What is the way that you went across, and how you came out to be so confident?" Then his European manager, told him, "Harsh, don't spend too much time there. Come back. to Norway. So he got, why is it calling me? I have taken a proper 3 weeks leave and come. Why is it calling me back? He said, no. I don't want you to restrict your leave. Take your leave, but come back here with your wife and your kid in Norway because it's gonna get cold. From 22 degree to 8 degrees in 1 week happened last week, guys. Okay, so get them here, let them get acclimatized. The rest of the 2 weeks you rather spend here in Norway, so that if somebody falls ill, etc., you can take care of them. And that gesture was outstanding. Can you imagine somebody thinking so far ahead about the personal human being? This is how the European people think about. You are free to talk to them. You guys have everything. Go and discuss. You can able to see it. In fact, when I discuss about Subramaniam, I am flaunting the numbers. You guys can go and check. You can discuss with them. You have the permission, but make sure, please do not overwhelm them, because some of them were started getting overwhelmed, disturbed, because they are working professionals. So just go in a very delicate, in a very professional manner. Don't go something like, oh, does this work? Is this real? No. Just be professional. We are not telling you to join us, but understand that they are also working professionals. Okay. So like I said, these are the laws and regulations. The German Termination Protects Acts restrict termination if an employee has been working for more than 6 months in a company. So the probation period, okay, extremely varied. The termination can also be because of the employer, for example, restricting business or recession leading to a job cut. So these are common things which are there. Now, this something which I wanted to show you is the star statement. So before we launch you, before our one-on-one will start off with you, we will do a lot of homework on your candidature. We'll figure out what working what for you, what are the various challenges you have had, what action item you have taken, what is the result you got, and what is the statement that you are yielding. And these things we will implant it and we will study it to diagnose you whether you are the right fit or not, whether you have actually done something accomplishment. If you say no, I don't know what it is, what have I done in my 5 years of career or 10 years of career, then we will help you, because they are not looking you to fulfill their KPIs. They are wanting you to actually come there to resolve their problem on the table. They have the problems, they have an issue, they are hiring you. But if you go to them and say, hey, sir, can you hire me? I'm looking to come to Europe. It has been my dream. My kid will get a better education. My wife will get a nice sceneries around to watch around. I can do shopping during the weekend. I like European food. I like the movies. Good for you. What's for me? Why should I still hire you? Why should I go about it? But then if you go like a consultant thought process and tell them, okay, great. For example, Yakub is your Matthew is the person who is hiring. You say, hey, Matthew, sounds great. I've seen entire thing. Can I know what the position all about? He'll say, yes, of course, we can get on that. But let's start the meeting. Let's start the, interview in a strategical way. Fantastic. The first thing they will ask you is what? Tell me about yourself. Have you ever thought, what if that question is coming? Tell me about yourself. That question is coming because they are buying time to shoot the guns of the fire all the questions to you one after the other. And if you fall into the trap, then you will be really, they will lead the questions. I mean, you will be led by their question. But rather, we always say that you lead the interview. And how you do that, we will draft the script for you by all the permutation combination. So you go to them and tell, okay, great, give a very drastic answer so that they ask you to what have you done, and then you get into this sheet and start saying, in 2023 I had this challenge, and related to their KPIs, what they are looking for, how I overcame them, how I achieved this KPI, how I accomplished this, with the quantified numbers and suggestions. And then before they could get mesmerized, digest, immediately launch onto the second statement. Can I give you one more example? Can I tell you how I accomplished this statement also, which is very much related to what they are looking for? So imagine if I am looking for having a problem of ABC and you give me a solution of XYZ, it doesn't matter to me how much ever hide. But if I'm having a problem ABC and you give me the solution, answer A, answer B, answer C, I will be all eyes on you because I'm getting a free information. That's exactly how you need to attack this thing. Well, this is an entire science. I cannot explain this in this short duration, but how we do that, how we crack these interviews, how we make them, even if the job position is closed, some of them came after 3 months, 4 months. Please, I will keep you in our database so that anytime there will be any position, we will want to hire you. This is the kind of thing that we have got across. So we have done the entire SWOT analysis, what we do. how we assess the technical skills, how we look at the frequency, how we put them under this SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, you might understand, okay, strength is strength, weakness is weakness. What is opportunity? What is threat? You have this question, right? Well, opportunity and threat both are weakness only, but opportunity is a upskillable weakness, which you can upskill in the span of short duration, and threat is a non-upskillable weakness, something like uh, PhD or MSc in mathematics I need, or I need a Six Sigma black belt. So those immediately you can also park them beside. So this, how do we manage, how we do this, how everything comes together at the end as a whole something of your interviews and thing, that is a scripted way which we will do during your one-on-one as well. And that's what we did for Priya and Neha. And she was from the non-IT background, non-IT, senior manager from the marketing background. And there she got a huge package, not only in Europe, but where she belonged to Bombay. There itself, she got a package of approximately 40-45 lakhs after this program. And then she chose for time being to stay in India and then later on go. Because if she was getting that huge offer, which is a direct 200% of jump from what she was having before, it is it's an emotional thing. And we said, okay, no problem. You can park that offer of Europe for time being and get. But later on, she took it up. So this was her journey. You guys can go and check it out again in my YouTube channel, which I have shown you. Each and every journey of a person is itself a masterpiece of their, like, and you'll be emotionally touched with them, and everything is different. So for example, now I'm coming to the salary thing which I had told about. So maybe shocked to see this also. Salary negotiation, okay, only 29% of the job seeker negotiated the salary in the current and most recent job. 48% still don't feel comfortable doing it at all. Why are you so skeptical of not negotiating salary? Why is that fear is there? If I ask them a certain salary, they will throw me out. No, there is something called a bell curve. You are not aware of the system, therefore you just follow that. And that's what I will show you. Not only you, a person who has 15 years of experience has done the same mistake. And I will show you the video of Arvind also. Men are significantly more comfortable negotiating salary than women. Okay. As you can, I think all of you know, right? This is how it is. The women are mostly the less docile. They, okay, whatever I get is good enough. They are hardworking as well. I'm not saying men are less hardworking, but managers sometimes play smart when it comes to the salary hike of a woman. I'm sure you guys must be seeing that. Men are a little bit firm. So look at this. For example, we have these two candidates, Ishita and her, and how she fetched an 82k euro salary. Go to again to my YouTube channel, you'll fetch it there. And how Ishita fetched a promising role, okay, in Europe. Now she's in Netherlands because her fiance was there, so she had to go there, and she's there right now. The target was there, so obviously something was there to pull her as a emotional attachment. So she did a lot of hard work. She too did a lot of hard work, but initially she was doing the same way, random application, random applied, but eventually she followed the process, she followed the methodical way, and eventually led it to Ireland. So everything is there. Go and have a look as well. Then Pawan's journey is also very interesting. Overconfident fellow he was. Like sales, he was coming from the sales. So that sales people are a little overconfident. Alok ji, I will manage. Don't worry. Alok ji, I've done that. I will crack the interviews. No problem. I will do that. He struggled the maximum. You won't believe me. His struggle was because he had to unlearn whatever he has learned so that he implemented it. Then eventually he got the position in 3 places. In Canada and in European 2 places he got, but eventually he chose to fly to Canada, and he's there happily around there. So again, his testimonial is also there. You guys can go and have a look. Pawan is also very much there, and his position was that overqualified. He was being tagged as wherever he was applying because too many things he was putting in his resume. Too many. I'm this also. I'm a product manager. I'm a sales specialist. I'm this. Oh my God. And we literally had to have a battle with him. Arguments. No, Pawan, you have to cut it down. You have, no, sir, I have done so much. I have to keep it there. 12 years back, items he was putting in his resume. Who gives a damn what happened 12 years back? 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked would have been diluted. The 12 years back, the company that you worked wo Manager that you work would have changed his role. The skills that you gained would have no value. So how do you depict that? Then we showed him the way how to do that, and he did that, and eventually this is the results that he called me one day. Guten Morgen, he started learning the German. I'm waiting to see and hoping you today, blah, 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 and you have the result in front of you. So the burning question is that always when it comes to the salary, what if they ask for salary expectation in the first round? What should I say? Say that as per the salary industry standard. You don't need to reveal that what is the salary you are having. Just say this is as per the salary. My expectation as per the salary no standard competitive, and give them a range. In worst case, if the employer is asking you what is your salary, reveal me your salary. Never ever reveal your salary. Don't reveal your salary. Give them a range. Okay. What if they ask for previous salary? And if it was less than what they are, so you can say that, I'm not legally bound to share with you because there is a legalities associated. I'm still in touch with the employer. I cannot give you. But once I have the offer from you, I would be happy to provide the pay slips as a method of, mode of confirmation. Then what will I lose? But will I lose the offer if I do this? Yes, you may lose the offer. Why not? You may lose the offer. But do you think you really want to work in this company who is making decisions based on this confidential disclosures? Do you think that this choice you have to make? Okay. If you really need the job, then then don't play game. Negotiations happen from positions of strength, not from the weakness. Okay. They will respect you more if you start doing the negotiation. Understand, if you are not negotiating, then you are settling for your dreams. Just look at this age versus salary graph, guys. 30 years, 40 lakhs. 33, 60 LPA. And these are realistic figures, guys, of the age factor. The only way you can achieve from where you are to this is by hopping from one country to the other. Because this is what the breakthrough you will get. Nobody will judge you from your previous salary. Nobody will say, okay, your previous salary was this, so let me give you a 7% or 10% or 30% increase. No, that judgment is not happening there. Europeans do not judge based on your salary. They do not judge based on your gap of the services. They do not judge based on your other personal stuffs which you have. Okay, so mark it very carefully, observe this, take a screenshot, paste it on a refrigerator or wherever, and every day watch, are you near to this or not? Do you think you are doing injustice to the little child inside you who wants to get to this but is not getting because you are not willing to negotiate your salary? Because you think that no, salary negotiation, I will not, my whole priority to get to the Europe. It is your dream, but your family is going through with you. Why should they suffer with this petty salary that you are taking because you want to go to Europe? And then how would you feel if somebody XYZ comes after a month with a heftier, higher salary and then say, oh my God, I made a mistake. But then once you are in Europe, then you will be on the constant salary. Then that 10%, 15% will come. This is very, very important. So again, understand, salary offer does not mean only monetary pay. Other things also. You could be, you could ask for bonuses. You could ask for vacation. You could ask for various things. You could ask for equities, stock options, sign-in bonus, work from home, relocation, allowance, conferences, designation. Like Hirsch got, for example, he's got a car, he got a family relocation, everything. Everything boils on the child education, your insurance. Everything can be arranged from there. Even an apartment, a service apartment, maybe you could ask for 6 months. Meanwhile, you could search for jobs. So everything is there for you, man. So how you treat it is what you get, okay? And then if you have, this is something which I wanted to show you. There is something called a bell curve. Those who are a senior position, they will understand what a bell curve is. Bell curve is basically a salary range between which you are assessed or the HR will give you. For example, most of the people, average performers get this salary, okay? Low performer get lower salary. High performer get high salary. Okay, so if and the salary negotiation should not come at the salary discussion round. Now, the time you are applying for the job, start doing this study, and we will help you do the salary survey. We will give you the specific statistics of what salary you should ask, how much should you ask. Okay, we will do that. So this bracket, there is a video on my YouTube. Please go watch it because this itself is a topic to discuss, but understand there is a bracket, and HR has adequate space to give you more salary, but it's not giving you because you're not asking for it. You're not negotiating for it. Okay. So, for example, let's say in Indian terminology, if you're running 16 lakhs and highest is running 34 lakhs of the same band, same designation, you are settling for this because you're not negotiating. Somebody is negotiating is settling for this. And for you to from here to here reach, it'll take 5 to 6 years, if not more. But if you negotiate and you are the right candidate with the right aptitude, with the right way that you have taught, boom, you can get yourself this. Absolutely. And still the HR will have so much of space to actually give you more during the next appraisals and all that stuff. Okay. So basically you are settling for this because of what? Because of the cost of your inaction. As simple as that. Do not blame the employer. Do not blame the company. Do not blame anybody else. You blame yourself. There was a team member in IBM when I was, he's saying IBM pays less. IBM is a low payer. I said, okay, why do you say so? IBM is a low payer. No, it pays less. I said, okay, fantastic. Tell me, how much is your salary? Say, okay, this is my salary. Okay, what about anybody of your candidature, of your profile, of your age is getting more in this company? Yes, yes, there are. Fantastic. How much more? 30% more? Fantastic. Anybody else getting maybe 50% more? Yeah, yeah, there is one AVP level, he's getting that. Of a similar age? Yes. Somebody else who's getting more, maybe 200% more? Yeah, yeah, there are one more person who's getting that. So I said, eventually it is not the company who's paying less, but eventually it is you who's settling for the less. Now the XYZ reasons. It could be your designation, it could be your profile, it could be your upskilling, it could be XYZ reason. Do not blame the company. Eventually, you are settling for less, so you will settle for less. As simple as that. All right. This guy, Prakash, he was a tough case. We kept on pushing him to the employer. He's going to give you 95K. Please use negotiate more, negotiate more. He was settling for 70K. We somehow got him for 84K. But we had the potential of him asking for 95K, but he got scared. No, no, no. My expectation was 60K only. If I'm getting 84K, I don't want to take any more risk. Alok, please let me go. He said, no, do not ask. We will, I mean, this will be something between me and you. It will become personal. But somehow in the back, he went and accepted the offer. And I will show you his testimonial also. Now, let me show you his testimonial, what he has to say. And you'll be surprised. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. Just give me a second.
First email, I'll
Okay,
just
you
show
can see
you.
my screen, right?
And then this was
This is the one I got it.
this is the one which he got.
And
And
after that,
after that, even the visa sponsorship, which one has to be done, and also, yeah, everything was there, man. I mean, like crazy
and
it was.
no, and after that, what happened? He sent an email. Okay.
Hmm.
And after that, Prakash, my director wants to speak to you. Can you connect in the Teams? Then I said, okay. Immediately, another 20 minutes, another guy came. Okay. He is he is the SAP director, it seems, for that company.
Lovely,
And he started the interview. I
lovely.
really was, I don't know actually. And he started the interview. And can you please tell me about yourself, about profile, which one you got? And he asked me so many questions. That interview itself took 45 minutes. Okay.
So, did you use that technique of interview, what we prescribed you?
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
use that?
yes,
You made
yes.
sure that what you talked about, which like what tell me about yourself,
Correct,
following with
correct.
your strength, following up with the
Yes,
solar
yes,
technique,
yes,
following up
yes.
with the body language, crisps,
Correct.
everything. Did you manage to do that?
Everything. Yes,
Lovely.
yes.
So
Then
the
you
mock
start.
interviews helped you in this, right?
Yes.
Wasn't. So job nature is
So yeah,
approx.
I
So
mean,
before you
you
came,
guys go watch this thing again. You will see it in the YouTube channel. You know, you guys will have a look there. So don't worry on that front. Something similar again. The reason I'm giving you more stress is that look at this, Milind. He too had a similar reason. He went to Munich. I met him in Munich also when I was from Düsseldorf to Munich. He came to meet me in my place. Unfortunately, this person, some health issue happened, so he had to return to India because of some health issue. This poor fellow just returned 6 months back. But you know how he went on 15th of September, he got the offer of 70K euros. Go watch his video. How energetic. He's telling, I got goosebumps when I got this first call from them, and they said, we are sponsoring the visa and blah blah blah. Everything is crystal clear. So that's the reason we are able to share his offer letter, because now he has terminated his thing from them. Otherwise, we try to keep it as confidential as possible. Okay, because this is the German law that employee protection law that we follow. So this is how it was. Arvind, another case. Okay. I will show you his interview also, and you will be surprised. Okay, he got in Domino's and a couple of more places that he got as a product owner. Okay, and this is what he got in Malaysia, but the European offer, let me show it to you what happened to him. You will be surprised to hear. And we kept on telling him that, please use the strategy in terms of negotiation, because you are asking too little. But again, sometimes we cannot control everything. So let me show it to you.
Yeah, sure, Alok. 1 minute.
So, see, even if we go, I have just sent an offer to somebody. All right. So, there you go. Product owner. Okay.
You want me to share this?
1 second, and let me just see. Show full description. Yeah, there you go. So what you asked was way below than the market standard.
Oh my God. Okay.
That is why I say, let's research. Don't be on haste. Don't be on haste. Let's research. You seeing yourself? You're seeing 3 different forums, and this is exactly what we showed you during the session also. Let's do the research. We did the research for you also. We showed you also that you are following the list. So yeah, this is how it was. You will have a lot of people on the same manner. Sometimes they listen to you, sometimes they don't listen to you, but our duty remains the same, to give the best output to them. And we do all the tax related discussions as well. If you are a single person, how much the tax you'll get? If you're married, how much the tax? What's the tax rate? What is the salary that you should get? We do a complete research of the company. There's a complete video that we have narrated also, shown how to do also. We'll do we'll prepare you in a way that you will go like a partner to that company. Rather than them interviewing you, you will actually be telling something that will mesmerize them. This is how we should go ahead. So this is certain of the salary slips of the people, and how we have got them hiked up from one to the other. That is also there. Then we had this PR 78k euro that he was in Spain, how he got there as a technical program manager. Same skeptical. He had a lot of personal issues. He was not able to focus. We got the thing done for you, program for him, where we went and implemented everything, and how he got the agile practitioner, and how he was managed to get into the Spain. So he's sitting in Spain and working. So, like I said, 7.4 seconds only you get, man, to demonstrate all these things. Funnel approach. If they are convinced in 7.4 seconds, then the 7.4 seconds will become 7.4 minutes. If they like that, that will become 7.4 days. If they like that, then that association becomes 7.4 years. So understand, first impression is the last impression. That's what you need to give it to them. Because you are perfect. You are working here, no? That's why you are applying outside. The manager is going to good rating. If you were not, then you would be earning in India also. You are perfect. But just that apple to apple comparison you are doing, they're using the same techniques there, same strategy there, it does not work. All right. One more example, guys. Sorry, I'm just overshooting a bit, but please bear with me. Eye tracking study. Thousands of recruiters were given this eye tracking study. So they were given the scanners on their specs to study the resume. And they noticed they don't read the resume line by line. Like they cluster on the summary, they go vertically down, then they read somewhere in between. So based on this study, also it shows that how much stress they give on which parameter, which section. So this derives that the 7.4 seconds, is because they give certain specific concentration in one area and not in the other. So if you are putting that strength
in those areas where they're giving attention, your thing will be absorbed. But if you're putting the area which is a gray area, you're putting the strength, it will be gone. This is also a technique which our team actually associate, and this is called proper ATS. ATS does not mean, okay, border lining, putting a good blazer photograph on top, making a space on front, putting a nice background. Oh, come on, that is not ATS, okay? A lot of people, a lot of schools are defining that to be ATS. It's utter crap. It does not mean. I have hired people while I was transacting from airport to airport. People met me, oh, sir, I've seen you in this, that. So they have given me just a chit in that, okay, this is my profile, this is my thing. And I gave it to my hiring manager. Through that, they got a call. So even if your potential is high, even a handwritten resume will be good enough. But the content matters, not the format. This is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So again, our team will help you research that companies, research the right people who can vouch for you, use your current network, our network and the direct research, and then they will get you the entire thing done. We'll also show you how to network. We'll also show you how the hidden market job works, how you need to perform there. Everything will be given in that profile. So this is our tons of testimonials that you have got from Aurodingua, from other folks, who have taken the journey from Aurodingua and who have succeeded. Please go and read it out there, and you will be mesmerized to see how it happens. Okay. So yes, so this is, like I said, at the end, I will show you the program that we do, the done for you program that we have in our Aurodingua. So are you guys ready for that, to see a glimpse of it? Give me a yes on the chat box, guys. But like I said, it's only for the people who stay till the end that we will give. So give me a chat box. In 5 minutes, we'll wind it up so that we can have it. Great. Fantastic, guys. So guys, as you see, there's a lot of team members of my team members also sitting here. We have Munaf, we have Geeta, we have Srinivas, we have Manoj, we have Jagan. They're all my Indian team members. In Europe, we have Jonathan, we have Tim, we have Valentine, who are also taking care of this setup. We are basically assessing people who are the right people to be associated with us, because we cannot work with everybody, that's for sure. It's a very monitored and very concentrated program. This is how we will be functioning. So let me show you what we do. Okay. If you open this workshop.aurodingua, okay, let me open it for you guys. Yep, there you go. So if you open this, you will come to the, in fact, let me post it right here again for you guys. Those of you are here, please take a, there you go. So please guys, again, I'm posting, put your questions here and my team will get in touch with you. But before that, let me take you a quick view of what we do here. Okay. So this is a done for you, done with you program. Nowhere else in the world this program can be replicated, because it is not a program, it is not a scripted program. It is a program which is tailored based on your requirement. First 2 weeks will assess you, understand you, where you are, what you are doing, why you have been failing, what is the wrong thing you are doing, what is the right thing you are doing, what is the strength, what is the weakness, where it is the maximum strength. Accordingly, we will build up the entire thing for you. All right. So this is the way you guys can actually go to this and check out my WhatsApp, go connect with my YouTube channel, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, everything is there transparently. So this is how we will be doing, or what we will be looking forward to move from here. Okay. How to tap into the market, what we have discussed today, and how we will be customizing. So here you can get each and every details about how we are going to take it forward in this part. And now I would like to take you through exactly what we will do and how we will move ahead from here. Okay. What is the specific thing that we will do, me and my team will be working? We will be working on a niche identification, number one thing. Because niche identification is the most important thing. Who you are. You are trying for a product owner, it's not a product, that designation may not appear. You are saying, no, I'm a sales management advisor. That is what my team has designated. Arey Baba, that designation does not work anywhere. Why are you sticking on to it? The alternative job title will functioning work. Our team will give us, and that we will designate it. We'll do the SWOT analysis. We will figure out which country is good for you. There are 44 countries, not all countries that you can go for. Okay. 26 Schengen countries. So we'll figure out which is the top notch country which is appropriate for you. Then We will help you. Our team will literally sit with you with a tool and prepare the cover letter, elevator pitch, resume drafting, everything. Okay. Why people are doing this? Okay. So, okay, and then cover letter and then translation, because we will be granting you various accesses to the inside tools. We have a company list built up. We have a dedicated team who's searching for the jobs, who's searching for the network for you. It is not a prehistoric database that we'll give it to you. Oh, 7 years, 8 years, doesn't matter, because those people are dead, gone, over. We will start fresh for you on the week 6 or 5th when you be on the job search mode, so that you exactly get to cater to those people. Okay. Networking, taker maintenance, interview tracker, job portals training. We will help you with the interview preparation, salary negotiation, notice period, joining date, skill demonstration. We will give you the bonuses of script, what to write, how to write, where to write with the foreign language. Plus, I will be giving you a certified language course, which is from us. Okay, the proper, which is actually accepted also there. So my team will help you identify and share the list of jobs and the JSU guidelines both. So this is something which you'll be having, and this is something which you will be actually heading towards. Okay, each and everything, because this is too little. I'll be giving you much more. I'll be giving you various bonuses required on. If your profile requires certain specific things, we will help you. If it requires Portugal, we'll help you from the Portugal strategy. If your profile is for Netherlands, we'll help you with the Netherlands strategy. Each country has a different strategy, you must understand. Like I said, if there are 44 countries, giving an example, if you are targeting Switzerland, now Switzerland, I know it's a mecca for financial people, people who are looking for finance. But I would never recommend you to go on the first go. The corporate culture is very strict. Never ever. Try first the soft going countries, France, Germany, Italy. Work there for 6 8 months and then move. Come back to us, and then we will help you move to the Switzerland and the other tough countries. Switzerland is for finance. Germany is for mechanical and IT. Netherlands is for core IT. Italy is for tourism, etc. France is for project manager. So every country is an industry-based country. You cannot say, okay, just like in India, okay, I've got a job in Bangalore, tomorrow I will get a job in Mumbai. It's the same thing. No, it doesn't work the same way. Every country has its different flora and fauna, and everything has a different strategy out there also. So yes, we'll be helping you. Now, like I said, I will be giving you the additional bonus. So for the first 20 people, those who will be actually putting their profile in the chat box that I have given, which I'm putting down again, all right, so that you guys can assess this. All right, the first thing, we will be incorporating them in the one-on-one session to actually assess your profile. And this time I'll be personally reviewing your profile after the strategist has discussed with you, to see whether you are the right fit for us. See, understand, it's not necessary for us to work together for you to succeed. Again, I'm telling, I may not be the perfect person to help you through. Humbly, I'm telling you. Okay. But this is for sure, if you have sat this long in this session, that you require some help, that you require some mentorship. Okay. So if it is not me, no worries. But at least do not waste your time. Go ahead and start looking for somebody who can help you out, who can take you to that moment. Because time is running, opportunity is running. You are not in the domain that you can keep on investing on yourself. So make sure that 2024 or 25 made you are there, come what may, with or without my help also, no worries. But yes, to promise you the first 20 profile that come to me, we will make sure that we will study them, we will do all the things, and we will tell you whether you are the right fit or not for to go there. So like I said, our acceptance rate is only 4%. So those who apply, we only accept only 4%. We are looking to take maximum 40 clients, but already 20 are already filled. So we are looking now at least 17 to 20 to be incorporated in this. So last month we closed all sales for the first 17 days itself. So the time is running out. You really need to make up your mind, because we will be working with a very limited folks in order to accomplish your goals. And to add on to this, I would like to tell you, while I'm talking to you, this session is going live throughout my social media and across the people. Approximately more than 1 lakh of people are actually, every month are getting this session advertising. My team is actually approaching them as an ad, etc. So they will also get to see this, and they will also start applying. So as you are the first part, so we will no longer take any new client for the month which is coming fruitful. start applying for this, and at least avail your first free one-on-one, so that once you're done with that, you can at least see whether you're the right fit to move ahead, whether we can accept you in our mentorship or not, and then we can think about taking it forward from here. Okay, so you can do this. Go ahead and reserve your seat with the team. Okay, like the links that I have already provided to you, and then I shall hope to see you sometime, man. I mean, see your profile, and maybe if you qualify, let's sit down and let's work on your candidature to help you through. Why not? It's just a matter of strategy. It's just a matter of time. That's it. All right. So I think having said that, you guys can take the screenshot of this, guys, and I think it was a pleasure speaking to you guys. I really have thoroughly enjoyed, and I think you guys have been one of the folks who have the dedication to take things forward. And all my support, hard work will be with you. I know there is some disturbance in the audio, so please excuse me for that. But I have a hard meeting to catch up to, though I extended. But yes, I shall wish to see you guys maybe in shortly, as soon as you guys are enrolled, and we can take it from there. All right. So yeah, I would love to chat with you guys, Himanshi, but I'm just running out of time, and I shall keep a session. Like I said, I'm giving the first 20 people to go ahead and enroll, so that we can immediately chat on this. Again, pasting on this, Himanshi, for you, so you guys can actually go and enroll this year. So this is what again I'm putting for you guys. So please go ahead and enroll, and let's see you guys on the other side. And I wish you all the best, guys, and take care. Cheers, guys. I think my team, like I said, Munaf, Kirti, and other folks who are there, they can assist you better from here. All right, guys. So I wish you all the best. Take care. Cheers. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.